Everyone, and welcome back to another edition of the Dugout. I'm not going to waste too much time. At this point, you would be seeing just the two of us right now in the dugout, but don't be disappointed because it's not just the two of us who would be doing this dugout. Straight cut to the chase without wasting any more time. The man, the myth, the legend is finally back. The person all of you were waiting for since so many days now. He's back on the show.
Yes, I'm back.
I thought that you had called Virat Kohli to the dugout today.
He's no less than Virat Kohli for sports today.
Look, you have a beard cut that is matching Virat Kohli. Okay, so you can call yourself Virat
Gulati
Kohli.
sir, you know, na, he did not get it cut. If you're thinking that he came clean shave and then this has grown again,
When
he never
did I ever
got it.
expect Gulati to keep his word? He just talks but doesn't deliver. That's the worst point about it.
Virat or?
No, Virat delivers. Gulati doesn't deliver.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about Virat.
Virat is, he's done so many other good things, which we all just can't even compare at this point in time. But yes, my vacation was good. I needed that break because all of us actually need some bits of a break. I mean, come to think about it, ever since January 2023, the schedule's been so tight.
Ever since January 2023.
I mean, I'll again, as I've done it time and time again, India tour of Sri Lanka tour of India, New Zealand tour of India, Border Gavaskar Trophy, IPL, WTC, India tour of West Indies, Asian Games, Asia Cup. Then you had the World Cup. Then you had India. Before that India Australia. Then you had
South Africa.
India Australia, India South Africa. Then you had India England, IPL. Copa America, T20 World Cup, Copa America, then you had Euro, then you had Olympics, Paralympics, Chess Olympiad. 21 months we have just been handling the boat. So if you want to prepare yourself for another 9 months of what is going to be intense cricket action, then you have to take some breaks.
Yeah, but should we say the people were not too happy with that break? They want they have a habit and they want to see you day after day after day.
Well, I did come on one day of the vacation. I mean, I was there in the dugout even then.
Just the first day,
Yeah, but still, I mean, it was a momentous occasion that had happened. So, yeah, I'll be there for all momentous occasions. If and ever I was just a phone call away. If they wanted me to come in the dugout.
So, will you be telling your phone number here because you are just a phone call away?
I will not go by the mistake that one of our esteemed colleagues made. He gave the phone number out on YouTube and he regretted it from that day onwards. So, you all may know who I am talking about, but you all speculate.
I don't know.
Yeah, I will tell you off camera what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't miss much, by the way. I mean, yes, India.
You missed the 2 test matches?
Only one, I missed.
1-1.
Oh, yeah.
He was there for the opening test,
But you missed the historic one. The one you won in about less than 2 days.
Yeah, but see, we have had better wins. I mean, yeah, I do agree that it was because of infrastructure issues and because you are, let's be very honest, many people were hyping up Bangladesh. I was the only one who wasn't hyping them up because I thought Pakistan were far worse than what India, and India showed them the true mirror.
Yeah.
And your streak has stretched past 4,300 days. 4,300 days since you last lost. And I just want to make a sincere request: do not drop your new phone.
Yeah.
The
Allah
insurance.
just
He's
dropped his
not
new
even
phone,
insured it
new
yet.
iPhone.
Yeah, so yes, it was a vacation, but I didn't. I ensured that I stayed in touch with the game and what all you guys were doing. I mean, for example, the IPL.
Any feedback for our work?
For us or for the channel?
The views speak for themselves.
Okay.
So, whatever work you do it. And I read about the IPL retentions. So, but there are some complications which I'll raise later. Then T20 World Cups began, the women's T20 World Cup. So, India are already in trouble.
India run the risk of being eliminated early on.
New Zealand putting India under trouble. When have we heard that?
And World Cups in Dubai.
World Cups. Any World Cup for that matter.
Crashing in an
2021.
opener of a World Cup in Dubai. Haven't we seen
We
that before?
read that script 3 years ago. So, yes, this time only the gender has changed. But it looks like the same script is being repeated now. And India are taking on Pakistan tomorrow. Tomorrow, right, Said?
Yeah. 3:30 p.m. It's that in India's, then third game is going to be against Sri Lanka, 9th of October, Wednesday, 7:30. And last against the reigning champions, the multiple time champions, Australia,
The
13th.
gold standard.
The
in
gold
women's
standard.
Who
cricket.
right now
top
are also
standard.
in action.
Yeah, Australia are winning.
And they are on the verge of a huge victory over Sri Lanka, who had actually lost their opening game to Pakistan. So Sri Lanka, if they lose this game, they'll be all but eliminated.
Yeah, so that's the thing. And Sri Lanka also, I mean, they were looking good. They had built up momentum, but now it's not there. But tomorrow there are two games. One is India-Pakistan, and on the other side of the border, it's India-Bangladesh. That's going to begin at the new Madhav Rao Scindia Stadium.
Gwalior.
14 years ago, a lot of people would have fallen in love with the game because...
And it's the Superman of India.
It's the Superman. He became the first male cricketer to have hit a double century in limited overs cricket.
Okay, I'll ask you a very easy trivia question. I know you'll know the answer of it. Who was the bowler?
Who was the bowler? It was Shah Langeveld.
And what was the type of shot?
He just, it was a wide delivery outside off. He opened the bat face, pushed
A
it to
wide Yorker, he negotiated it
Yeah,
towards
yeah.
cover.
He just pushed
It
it
was
to
sort of a cutter, but it just wasn't
He
a
just,
flow.
dug it out
Yeah.
basically.
I thought you'd ask who was the first batter to score a double hundred in ODI cricket.
No, Tendulkar only, na?
No, he's the first male cricketer.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first cricketer in history.
I'm forgetting this female cricketer, yeah.
From Australia.
Yeah.
Belinda Clark.
Belinda Clark.
209 versus Denmark.
They scored 443 if I'm not wrong against Denmark. Yes.
209 Belinda Clark.
Belinda Clark,
So,
yeah.
yes, we are coming back to that same venue 14 years later where India will begin their campaign. A new young Indian side are going to take on Bangladesh.
A renovated stadium.
Yes, in a renovated stadium with a new look team. This will be Gautam Gambhir's second series in the
As
T20I
T20,
series.
yeah.
Yeah,
because
second T20I.
in the first series, they had good luck against, they had a very good run against Sri Lanka. Surya Kumar Yadav has had the Midas touch. He beat, I think, even South Africa under his captaincy in December. Now
it was a draw actually.
yeah,
The series, yeah.
But-
It defeated Australia.
yeah. Oh, that series. If you ask me which is the series, I will never remember. Even if you recollect me one day.
That's one.
That's the
Yeah.
one. Because it happened immediately after the World Cup. It
4
was
days
such-
after the World Cup.
Yeah, it was such a senseless series. I just didn't make sense of it. But
No,
okay.
but I think that was the one, just 6. I think leading to the T20 World Cup, you had just 6 T20Is to play, and 3 were those T20Is.
Five of those.
5, and
Three
then you played 3 against Afghanistan.
Afghanistan and 3 against South Africa.
Such was the poor timing of that series that Australia, who did have a few first choice players, for that series itself, I think they sent them home.
Yeah.
An eve before, I think it was the fourth
It was
ODI,
in
fourth
batches.
T20I if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, in batches they send them back. So the debate that we have today is not that, okay, will Bangladesh put up a fight? They might. But this squad that we have got, there are a lot of composition, lot of places for making the playing 11 is not going to be
lot of things.
easy.
I think it's still very early days as far as this new look Indian side in that sense is concerned, because we haven't seen any sort of a pattern till now. It's just been the second series. Last time around there were many players who were not available. Even this time that's the case. So maybe a lot of players are second choice in that sense. But also I think it's just sort of not even starting to take shape. I think it's just baby steps towards sort of having that blueprint to go towards the 2026 T20 World Cup. I think what is a definite is that Surya Kumar Yadav is going to be the person who's going to be the leader of this side, of this new looked Indian side. But how to go about it, I think the team wants to sort of see a bunch of players before finalizing their final pool of approximately 15-20 players who can feature in the T20 World Cup in 26.
See, now if you look at it, you have 1.5 years. Okay, you are not going to play the 2025 is not a T20 year for the first part.
Yeah.
You are playing the WTC and the Champions Trophy. So the first 6 months are devoted to that.
Yeah.
After that, in August, when your 5 tests are over against England, you will begin T20 preparation mode. Will this be the core? That is the main thing. Now, in the interim until that, you are mostly playing 12 T20Is. 3 now, 4 versus South Africa if I am not mistaken.
Yeah, true.
And
In
5
November.
versus England.
Yeah.
Now 12 T20Is, despite not being a T20 World Cup year, is a significant factor for one thing. For I would say that this Indian team wants to ensure that all their probables get as much match practice as possible.
True.
Because look at the squad. I mean, this is the squad that we have got for the Bangladesh series. Okay, Surya Kumar Yadav, Abhishek Sharma, Sanju Samson, Rinku Singh, Hardik Pandya, Riyan Parag. Now, if you have to look at it, the squad that was picked for the Sri Lanka series all but remains the same at this point.
True.
The only
Abhishek wasn't there in
Abhishek
that one.
makes a return. Yeah.
Abhishek makes a return. He was there for the Zimbabwe series.
Yeah, but then you had Shubman and Yashasvi coming back in.
Yeah.
That's why he wasn't there. But here you have
Nitish Kumar Reddy.
Yeah,
He's
you're
back
persisting
after
with him.
that. He was selected for the Zimbabwe series, got
Injury.
an injury before that, and then he's made a comeback to the squad.
Yeah. Shivam Dubey, Washington Sundar is there, Ravi Bishnoi,
Varun
Chakravarti is back.
after
yes.
3 years.
Yep. Jitesh Sharma, Arshdeep Singh, Harshit Rana, Mayank Yadav. Okay. Now the first question before I come to the nuances of the squad and the position of it. Is this Gautam Gambhir's India side based solely on the IPL franchises that he's been part of? Because what was the merit in getting a Varun Chakravarti back?
No. I think there was merit.
One. Second, Harshit Rana impressed in the series versus Zimbabwe. Okay. Mayank Yadav, he set the stage on fire with his pace in the Lucknow Super Giants franchise. Okay. Harshit Rana, KKR, LSG, two franchises by which Gautam Gambhir had. Bishnoi seems to be your first choice. Chakravarti is back, but on the basis of a very good IPL that he had in 2024. Okay. Now, the batting order remains all but same, barring Shubman Gill, who's not been selected. Yashasvi Jaiswal is also not in. So, Abhishek Sharma, but do you think Chakravarti, Mayank Yadav, are you fast tracking Mayank Yadav in too soon, or do you think he's overcome his injury issues? And second, do you think Varun Chakravarti deserved a comeback, and do you think he will have a space in this Indian team?
Varun Chakravarti.
Yes.
I
want to go?
definitely. Yeah. Varun. We'll just go one by one. First person, Varun Chakravarti. I think Varun Chakravarti is somebody the Indian team is I think is a really good option as far as T20 cricket is concerned, because we haven't seen bowlers with this kind of variety anymore. Ravi Bishnoi definitely has done good for India, but again he's sort of a one-dimensional bowler in the sense, because he's more flattish, he's more of the person who sort of goes for the googlies. Yeah, definitely he's a wicket taker, he can contain runs in that sense, but you need more variety in your spin bowling for that sense. I think that is something that Varun Chakravarti gets. Varun Chakravarti, he's known as a mystery spinner, and I think a reason for that is that he has a lot of variety in his bowling. He can loop the ball in between, he can vary the pace, he can use the pitch. So he's in that sense more of a thinking bowler, and I think it's a really good thing that he's back in the side. KKR, I don't think maybe it would have been a factor while Gautam Gambhir would have wanted to get him in the side, but we also have to keep in mind that he performed really well in the IPL. So maybe Gautam Gambhir had a little bit of liking towards him, and for the reason for that is that the kind of cricketer he is. I think he's a very thinking cricketer, and he can be very useful for the Indian side in T20 cricket. Moving ahead also, age definitely could be a factor, injury is a factor, but you're just looking at a two-year window. So you are sort of planning this window till 2026. After that, maybe you'll see many more changes. So yeah, definitely Varun Chakravarti, I wanted him to come back in the side. Mayank Yadav, secondly, you talked about Mayank Yadav.
Mayank Yadav.
Even I, in fact, had the same question about Mayank Yadav, that if he's being fast-tracked too soon in the side or not. In fact, I had a word with his coach yesterday only, and I had the first question that I asked was this, exactly what you are trying to say, because even I thought so that he is sort of being fast-tracked, because again, a very small sample size we have seen, just a couple of games we saw of him, and after that we are straight away fast-tracking him into the Indian side. Because all throughout this time when he was injured, he has been at the NCA, he's been bowling constantly 8 to 10 to 15 overs, and VVS Lakshman has kept a very close eye on him. I was also concerned on this fact that maybe because with fast bowlers like Mayank Yadav who bowl with such express pace and then sort of have suffer injuries, after that when they make a comeback, their speed tends to drop off, or maybe the consistency sort of isn't the same. But what I think what I got to know at least is that his pace in that sense hasn't dropped that much. He's constantly bowling 150 with the same consistency. So I think that is a very big reason why the team has fast tracked him so soon. Because again, I also still feel the same thing that we see again. Just saw him to Umran Malik India fast tracked it, but again there was a good amount of matches in the IPL, at least 10. He had played all the games. But Mayank Yadav, in the case of Mayank Yadav, just 2 games, that too in
72 balls.
72 balls in that much pace we have gotten him. But there's something really special about him that the team management has definitely seen him in, and that's why they have sort of fast tracked him into the side.
Okay, that's fine. So I'll go with the Varun Chakravarti first of all, Vishy. See, I have all the respect for Varun Chakravarti, the bowler, the performer. He's done well in the IPL also, done well in the patches of Tamil Nadu Premier League too. But then, if I have to consider the fact that whether I would bring him back into the Indian team after 3 years just on the basis of an IPL season, I don't agree with this, to be very honest. If there's anyone who I would have personally wanted to see in this squad in place of Varun Chakravarti, it's Yuzvendra Chahal. I think selectors have been very harsh on him. He's done nothing wrong to be left out of the team. See, he wasn't even a part of the Duleep Trophy, neither the Irani Cup also. But then what he has done is that he's taken it all to his chin and made sure that he has gone to county, played red ball cricket there, even white ball cricket too, and gotten those wickets. So that's where I think Yuzvendra Chahal, as a performer, he's doing as much as he can to force his way back into India's international teams across formats. He's obviously yet to play red ball cricket, but then the way he's going about his business in the county cricket, I think if he continues to perform that way, a red ball call-up won't be that far. So that's where I feel that the selectors have been a little harsh on Yuzvendra Chahal, and no disrespect to Varun Chakravarti here. Great guy, brilliant bowler, a mystery bowler obviously. He's got those variations, but then if there's anyone who deserved a selection ahead of him, it is Yuzvendra Chahal. Secondly, coming to Mayank Yadav, I think you needed a bowler like him. To be very honest, what Bhalla has just told us is that if Mayank Yadav is consistently bowling 8 to 10 overs or maybe 15 to 20 overs a day, you would need him for a series like a Border Gavaskar Trophy, and I'll tell you why. See, you are any which ways lacking fast bowling resources. You see, there is no guarantee as to when Mohammad Shami is going to return. Mohammad Siraj, we all know, has been off colour in the last 7 to 8 months or so. The only notable performance of Mohammad Siraj that I can think of was that 6-wicket haul I think he took against South Africa, 6 or a 7-wicket haul. I cannot remember
Even the Asia Cup.
Even the Asia Cup also. No, I'm talking about this year. That test against South Africa, which ended in 1.5 days, and the New Year test. And secondly, in the second test against England, that the series that India won 4-1. So what I basically feel is that you already have Bumrah. You just have Bumrah who is doing well. You do not really have any fast bowling resources. Yash Dayal is yet to be tested. But then the point here is that if either of your premier bowlers get injured during the BGT or ahead of the BGT, who do you really have? Who do you really turn up to? I'm not sure whether the selectors really have that kind of confidence in a certain Mukesh Kumar or an Avesh Khan. That's where I think Mayank Yadav, he brings that pace, he brings that hard lengths, which is something that's going to be required in in the Australian conditions down under. But then if there's one more name that I would have loved to see in this T20 squad is Prasidh Krishna.
Okay, but I think Prasidh, his injury woes continue. Okay,
and I think it's more about him, the team. If he would ever make a comeback in this side, it would be the red ball. It would be red ball cricket
Prasidh.
ahead of white ball cricket, because we saw him in the Duleep also. We saw him in the Irani.
And he bowled those long spells in Duleep Trophy.
Mukesh took a 5-wicket haul in the rest of India versus
BGT. Do you see him going to the BGT?
And he was the second highest wicket taker in the Duleep Trophy also after Anshul Kamboj.
Yeah, but do you see him going for the BGT? Because I think the conditions in the
Mukesh.
in Australia aren't going to be suitable.
See,
he would definitely be going, and as far as Mayank Yadav is also concerned, I think the team is also looking the same way like you are for the Border Gavaskar Trophy. I don't know if he would make it to the 11, but I definitely see him travel with the team. If not in the squad, I think it's very unlikely to see him in the squad. But yeah, definitely as a net bowler.
Because I'll tell you why I asked these two questions on Mayank Yadav and Varun Chakravarti. Okay?
Yeah.
Because if I have to look at my playing 11, which we will be doing at this point in time, Arshdeep is a definite starter.
Yeah.
Sundar and Bishnoi, they were the two who did well in the Sri Lanka series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two are going to start. Now, will a Harshit Rana,
No,
who's
so you're saying
already,
Varun Chakravarti wouldn't start?
which is why, where will he fit in? Because I'll tell you why.
I'll play two pacers.
No, we'll get to the playing
Yeah,
11,
yeah.
na?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my logistical thing is, I am already starting with a Arshdeep or a Harshit Rana / Mayank Yadav.
Yeah.
I may be tempted to go with Harshit Rana because he's had the performances prior to this. Okay. So those are my two. If Hardik is playing or Nitish Reddy is playing, it's a or between them. They both can't play together. I already have my third pacer.
Yeah.
Okay. Now then I will have Washington and Ravi Bishnoi. So where is the place for a Varun Chakravarti then in that case? That is one. Second, if a Mayank Yadav begins, now, you are saying, na Gulati, that whether he could be considered for the BGT. If memory serves me right, isn't he in that fast bowlers contract pool?
He is alongside Yash Dayal.
Yash Dayal,
Yeah,
right?
he is.
Okay, so if you have to play him, you have to play him now.
Yeah.
I don't, but
Now is the time basically. Yeah.
you have to start with him now, assess his fitness now, and potentially get him for even a New Zealand series also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you directly get him to the BGT, you're risking trouble.
I think fitness has been assessed only after that he's been named in this side.
See, even before.
But yeah,
going
match
to-
fitness definitely, yeah.
Even before traveling down under, I would really want Mayank Yadav to play at most one test against New Zealand. Because you would want to see his fitness there. Because if by any, let's say, if he breaks down, midway, then you'll probably have your answer. Then obviously, he's not going to travel with the squad for the Border Gavaskar Trophy. But then, he has to really make sure that how he can, stay on the field for longer intervals, because in Australia, one thing you also have to keep in consideration, and this is according to me a factor that's not really talked about a lot. It's not just the batting or bowling. The thing about an athlete that gets tested the most down under is your fitness when you're playing on those big grounds. Because when you can actually run 4 very comfortably. We are all very, we have established that thing a lot of times. So this is where I think whether you are fit as a fielder, whether you can make sure that you can get to the ball, stop that boundary, how fast can you run. I think these are the things that you'll probably have to see in case of maybe both Harshit Rana and for that matter even Mayank Yadav.
And for Mayank Yadav, I think it's also more about, going to be about how he conserves his energy in that sense. Because in the IPL also, 150, if he's even touching 150 consistently, I think it's already a very, it's a decent pace to you sort of have. But once you start touching 156, 167, I think the kind of body structure Mayank Yadav has, I think it's very hard to sort of hold on to that.
There is a very, that's the problem I think we see, wherein we want to mix formats.
Yeah.
Mayank Yadav's bowled only 73 deliveries in 2024. Okay. He's been injury prone, that's what he's acknowledged. But when was the last time he had a big run in the domestic first class circuit? Hardly.
Hardly.
Hardly. When he did play, he again got injured. So, my assessment is that Mayank Yadav has been prepared as your gun bowler for the T20 World Cup, and it begins now.
No.
Number one, because why?
Let's hear him out, yeah.
If he gets selected in that 4 T20Is versus South Africa, which will come immediately after the end of the New Zealand tests, you already have a fast bowling contract pool that has a Yash Dayal. Now, Yash Dayal has been playing what? First class cricket. Been included in the Bangladesh series also. He was there in the squad, right? Ranji also he's been playing. Your first preference up in the line is a Yash Dayal. It's necessarily not going to be a Mayank Yadav because Mayank Yadav's match fitness isn't proven yet. That is why Mayank has been prepared now for 2026.
T20 World.
Yes. It's too early for him in the BGT.
It's a
Yeah,
possibility.
I'm saying I don't see him be in that squad or be there as see him playing in the 11 till the time there are many injuries there. But I don't think it's just about making him ready for white ball cricket. I think it's also about red ball cricket, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see him play a couple of games for the Delhi side in the Ranji Trophy also.
Which begins in
month,
October 11th.
which begins in October, and as soon as he plays one game there, automatically his availability for Test cricket will be in that sense he would be available and he would be match fit in that sense.
Forget about availability. I don't know whether he can fit in even in the playing 11 for the bowling lineup. I'm saying.
Where?
In this Bangladesh series, unless they want to
T20.
rest somebody.
Yeah.
Because I've already got an Arshdeep.
Let's get to let's make
Let's
the
just
team
skip
then,
the
yeah.
bowling. I'm now focusing on the bowling. So we have, I assume that Harshit may start ahead of Mayank Yadav.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arshdeep, Harshit, and Hardik Pandya
These
are
are
your three pacers.
Do you want to start from the top so that it's easier
I'll
for
come
us
to the other one later, and then we can make our consolidated 11 then. Okay. So you believe will Mayank start?
Mayank? No.
You believe Mayank will start?
I guess.
I am saying he won't start, but we'll keep this in our mind. Okay.
Okay.
Now, in the batting, with no Jaiswal, no Shubman, your other major thing is who's going to open?
Abhishek Sharma and Sanju Samson.
Sanju Samson. If that is the case, okay, Abhishek Sharma, Sanju Samson. Sanju opens, then you've got maybe a Riyan Parag at 3,
Good.
Surya Kumar Yadav at 4.
3, I think Surya Kumar at 3.
I think Surya Kumar is settled at 4. There is no reason to maybe shift him at number 3. That's I think
3-4 Riyan
fine with
Parag, and you're saying
Surya
Riyan
Kumar Yadav.
Surya,
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a chance now for these two things? Any chance of Hardik Pandya and Nitish Reddy playing together, or do you see even a Jitesh come in? Because you already have a Shivam Dubey at number
Rinku, you're
5.
forgetting Rinku.
Rinku at 6.
Yeah, Rinku at 6. So in case, first of all, Rinku would definitely be in my first choice 11. But just in case you want to include an extra pace bowling all-rounder in your middle order, I see at least, in one of the matches of this 3-match series, I see Pandya, Dubey and Nitish Kumar Reddy forming your middle order.
No.
In at least one of the
So
matches.
you'll not play Rinku in that game then?
I'm just saying,
Okay.
if you want to try out a different combination, and that's a possibility because you are already trying out different options.
Okay,
But
see,
I
there
wonder
are.
how would that happen? For that you'll have to. That means you're opening with Abhishek and Sanju.
Yeah.
At 3 you'll have
Riyan Parag.
3-4 is Riyan Parag and Surya.
Surya, and then you have 5, 6, 7
5,
as
6, 7.
HP, Shivam Dubey and Nitish Kumar Reddy.
So you in that game you'll be resting Shivam Dubey. Sorry, Rinku.
Yeah.
Rinku,
Okay.
I don't
See,
think.
okay, this is why India in this T20I series are blessed with 3 fast bowling all-rounders. Hardik Pandya, Nitish Reddy and Shivam Dubey.
How many times has it happened that you have played 3 fast bowling all-rounders? You've had 3 fast bowling all-rounders in a squad, let alone playing.
And that too in the era of an impact player.
Yeah.
Which is going to even continue now for the next 3 years. Thank you very much, BCCI, for ensuring that obsolete rule
But
continues.
if Shivam Dubey doesn't bowl in this series, again I would stop.
He has to
counting
bowl.
him.
He has been bowling consistently from the Zimbabwe series.
Yeah.
If he does not bowl, I don't
Yeah.
think he'll probably be having a place in the squad.
So, as I said, Abhishek, Sanju, I think the wicketkeeper conundrum is done.
Yeah.
Abhishek Sanju, the opening conundrum is done. Do you see a Jitesh playing then, or is Sanju your opener come keeper?
You're going to go with Sanju. See, you have trusted in Sanju since the 2024 T20 World Cup. He was your backup opener then also. Then in one of the T20s in Zimbabwe, he played in the middle order because your top order was obviously stacked. Scored that 50 against Sri Lanka. Did not really do well. Got a couple of ducks there. But then I think you have showed faith in him. For the first time, I think there has been a prolonged run for Sanju in any of the white ball formats. So for me, he opens in all 3 matches.
Okay.
Any which ways, you do not have any other established opener in the 15.
See, you already have a Sundar and a Bishnoi.
Yeah.
Would you be tempted to get Shivam Dubey to number 3? Because he does that for CSK.
That's a good point.
Could be.
Because if I don't want to get a Riyan Parag, and by the way, Riyan Parag took wickets against Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
He didn't bowl that much in the Zimbabwe series, but he got purchase in the Sri Lanka wickets.
Yeah, he'll definitely bowl.
Okay, so you're blessed with 3 spinners then. You're blessed with 4 pace bowling options then if Dubey and Pandya play.
Yeah.
Okay. Now about your question, all 3 playing. You are saying you play them at number 5, number 6, number 7.
Yeah.
Sanju is your keeper. Rinku goes out. So you see no place for Jitesh at all.
Rinku, anyways, do you guys seriously think that Rinku Singh will be rested or dropped from this Indian team
could
now?
be rested in one of the
No,
matches.
no,
It's a
rested.
possibility.
Rinku Singh needing rest. What rest? He's just playing one format.
I know. See, in all likelihood, he will not be rested. But if you want to try out a different combination, if in case you want to play, 3 fast bowling all-rounders, then there is no...
But why would you want to do, going ahead at 2026 World Cup, do you see 3 fast bowling all-rounders playing in the same team?
Why not?
How?
Why not?
No, but then for that you have to let go of a Rinku Singh. Na? For Rinku Singh, you're just to get in. But why do you need 3 fast bowling all-rounders? You're playing specialist fast bowlers. At the max, you need 1 fast bowling all-rounder plus a Riyan Parag. So you have 2 people who can actually contribute with the ball also. So having 3 fast bowling all-rounders, I think it's more about just having Nitish Kumar Reddy as a backup there. Shivam Dube maybe going forward isn't that person who and Nitish Kumar Reddy again, you don't know about his fitness also. So it could be an iffy thing between Shivam Dube, Nitish Kumar Reddy, maybe Shivam Dube just the batter, not contributing with the ball. So I think that's why Nitish Kumar Reddy is being kept in the fray of things, because you do not have so many fast bowling all-rounders and you want to nurture and sort of take ahead fast bowling all-rounders in general. But playing 3 in a team, I never see that happen.
See, in this case, 3 is not a crowded schedule. In this case, definitely it is not.
3 is a crowd. I'll tell you why. Because,
Okay.
see, there are reports going around, right? You predicted it, that Hardik Pandya could be considered for the BGT.
But that's, see, now what I feel is that the possibility of it is actually diminishing. Because had that been the case, he would have been available for the opening round of the Ranji Trophy, which I don't think he's going to be a part of now.
But there is no official confirmation yet, isn't it? See, he may not be there for the opening round because he may be busy in the India series.
Yeah.
Till 12th. Okay. You are potentially preparing Nitish Reddy as your backup for Hardik Pandya. Let's make no mistake about it. Okay. If Hardik is picked for BGT, which we all are assuming he might, then when India go to South Africa, who goes in Hardik's place?
Nitish Kumar Reddy.
Nitish Reddy. He will bowl more.
That makes sense.
Okay. Dubey, on the other hand, if I have to look at it, he remains a permanent fixture because of what he can contribute, and he's bowling a lot more also. He bowled more even in Rohit's captaincy. He was bowling more in the domestic first class games also. He might bowl a lot more. And he did bowl in the Sri Lanka series as well. So there is more options of Dubey contributing. But Reddy will come in only if Hardik Pandya is rested.
Yeah.
Okay.
A Rinku, okay, what
And
that?
also, you cannot be using 10 bowling options, right? You already have a Riyan Parag who can bowl, plus 3 you are saying more all-rounders, plus 4 bowlers. I don't think that makes any sense in any possible way.
You've got a problem of plenty, but you have to utilize it in the right way.
That's the point, yeah.
So-
And sometimes if you have to, see how the players can actually perform at the biggest stage, or maybe how you can, perform as a team there, sometimes the best way is to, you play all of them and you see, how these things happen.
Just to bring about the Hardik Pandya point, okay? What I feel in this Indian system at this point in time, 6th and 9th, right, are the 2 games. One is in Gwalior, the other is in Delhi. When do the Ranji Trophy games begin? October 11th, 12th, right? What if Hardik decides, I will play only the first 2 T20Is, I skip the 3rd T20I, I play Ranji. That can also happen, right? Because the probables will be announced. See, even Virat Kohli and Rishabh Pant are also included in the Delhi team, right?
Yeah.
But we are pretty much sure they won't be playing. Because they'll be busy bang in the middle
The
of
team
the
has been
New Zealand.
announced for Delhi. They're
Yeah.
not in the team.
Yeah.
For the first 2 games.
For the first 2 games. But technically we know that it's impossible for them to play because from 16th October onwards the New Zealand series begins. Okay, the test matches begin 16 to 20th, 24 to 28, second to first to 5.
First to 5.
Okay. Hardik might want to skip 1 T20I. Might. It's all, we are just thinking. If you have to look at BGT, if you have to look at match practice, how do I look at it? Hardik skips 1 T20I, which is most likely the 3rd, which will happen in Hyderabad. He makes himself available for Baroda And in that match, Nitish Reddy comes in. Reddy then stakes a claim, if he has a good performance, that he continues to play, he gets selected for South Africa.
Yeah.
Hardik plays a bit of Ranji, gets into maybe the last game versus New Zealand on the plane to Australia. That's how it may pan out to be. Because in the Ranji, you can make any last minute adjustments to your team also.
Absolutely,
it happened
absolutely.
in the past.
But I still don't see, since the beginning only, I don't see Hardik making a test return. I can still expect Nitish Kumar Reddy, maybe you're sort of, that's why I'm saying, I'm not reading too much into the fact that there's a Nitish Kumar Reddy in this side, because firstly, most of the players aren't available, but your first choice players aren't available for this series. The only reason why I'm seeing Nitish Kumar Reddy, because he could be that future prospect as a fast bowling all-rounder, because you've sort of always wanted such a commodity. It's such a rare commodity that as soon as you've gotten him, you wanted him to fast track him and make him ready for, because you never know, because there's just one Hardik Pandya. There is nobody else. So you want to sort of make somebody else ready, so that as soon as there's an opportunity or there's somebody, a Nitish Kumar Reddy is opening, because Shivam Dube, yeah, definitely he can sort of roll his arm around, but again, he's not a bowler like what Hardik Pandya actually contributes. But Nitish Kumar Reddy is a proper medium pacer in that sense, just like Hardik Pandya. So I think that is what you might see Nitish Kumar Reddy in a couple of games when Hardik is rested, or maybe you rest a Shivam Dube. Then I can see him in the side. But apart from that, I don't see all three of them playing.
There is one more problem. Will Gambhir allow any kind of rest? That I will skip this and I will not do that. That is also one underlining caveat that's there. Right?
See, in case of Hardik Pandya, obviously, if he has to play the first round of Ranji Trophy, then I think him skipping the final T20 versus Bangladesh and then going on to play for Baroda, I think that's not going to be a problem with Gambhir. Because any which ways you're going to look at,
going to be a problem.
Okay. So,
but when are the New Zealand tests starting? 16th of August. These are ending on 12th.
Yeah. So, I think Hardik may be included in the final test if I have to look at. If you are seriously considering him taking him to the BGT.
Yeah.
Because he needs one test under his belt definitely to prove match fitness.
Absolutely.
You can't fast track him immediately into Perth after 5 years. You can't do that. So, unless there have been other strange instances in Indian cricket also. You fast track him, he'll immediately get you 5 wickets and score 100. And you feel as if he's never left. That can also happen. So, let us not say from the get-go that, oh, we never thought that Hardik Pandya needs match practice. I'm also stating that there's a probability that maybe he might not even play the New Zealand tests, yet be fast-tracked into the BGT. That can also, because it's Hardik Pandya, because it's Jasprit Bumrah, all these kind of people, they may get that special thing because of the skill sets that they offer. So, let's just decide to make the playing 11 before we come into the comments. So, Abhishek Sharma and Sanju Samson, they are our openers.
Yeah.
And Sanju is our keeper.
Yeah.
Jitesh, absolutely no chance.
Jitesh backup, Sanju designated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Surya, Riyan Barak, 3 and 4.
Not Shivam Dube and Suryakumar Yadav.
I'm going to go with Dube and Suryakumar.
I think it's going to be
because it's going to be the, see, basically what I'll say here is that it's going to be Shivam Dube or Suryakumar Yadav at 3 or 4. You want to keep that left-right combination going.
See, the thing is, there's only one if you have to look at it, 2 in the top 6 if you have to look at it.
Yeah.
Rinku and Abhishek.
Yeah.
If Dube comes in, it will be 3 left-handers.
No, but I think then it could be. I would still go with Riyan Barak, because I think that the team would want to give him a longer run at the number that he has scored most of his runs. Because why I say this, because the team is backing him a lot. We saw him in the ODI side also. That means the team is definitely looking at him for a longer run. They want to give him that long rope. So I think it's going to be Surya. It's going to be Surya, then Riyan Barak, Hardik, and Rinku.
Yeah. Okay. Rinku, Hardik interchangeable at 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then that means no Dube.
So I have put Dube.
So whom are you dropping?
Riyan. Okay. Because there is already, I've got 2-3 spinners in my thing, and I've got 3 fast bowling options also. So for me, it's Dube at 3, Suryakumar at 4, Hardik at 5,
same,
and Rinku at 6.
Yeah.
Or interchangeable. 5-6 is interchangeable. Okay. Number 7, Washington Sundar. Sundar at 7. Okay.
or maybe you don't even go with a Sundar, maybe you go with a Rian,
So
leaving a
basically,
Sundar out.
I'm not dropping Riyan Parag. I'm going to have Riyan Parag at 5 or 6. It's absolutely fine. You can actually, your 5, 6, 7 can be Hardik Pandya, Riyan Parag, and Rinku Singh. If you want.
I
Okay.
think that's also possible.
So
Yes.
8 will be Washington Sundar. I'll get
Yeah.
batting till 8.
Yeah.
Bishnoi at 9.
you have
Arshdeep
two.
and Harshit Rana / Mayank Yadav.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is my playing 11 for the first T20I.
But more than likely, you're going to have a debut tomorrow. A debut or two tomorrow. That's happening.
Whom do you see making a debut?
Harshit Rana, it's a possibility.
No,
Yeah,
Harshit's
yeah, yeah.
played, na?
No, T20. he
No,
hasn't.
Harshit Rana is yet to make his India debut.
Yeah.
Are you sure? In the Zimbabwe series?
I am 200%
He
sure.
did not play
He
much.
came in as a backup, but then he left.
Okay, and he didn't play in the Sri Lanka series also.
He was a part of the ODI
So
squad,
if we
but
don't,
did
we
not
are not
play.
even seeing Varun Chakravarti in the side, right?
He hasn't played at all, yeah.
Maybe Varun Chakravarti in place of Bishnoi.
No.
You should not doubt Gulati Vishy.
Do you
You
think
have
that?
lost too many times for me to doubt
Oh.
you.
Yeah.
I don't see Varun Chakravarti primarily because
Same.
Washington Sundar and Ravi Bishnoi.
No,
Yeah.
ahead of Bishnoi.
No. Bishnoi has been your go-to
Bishnoi
bowler.
has to play.
No, but don't you guys think that? See, again, he's Varun Chakravarti isn't a youngster in that sense.
He
Okay.
isn't a youngster.
So if you're looking at him, that means there is definitely some perspective and some thought process behind that. I don't see him coming back in the side as a just to sit out. I think there's definitely some thought process and some way that you have gotten Varun Chakravarti after so many years.
I mean, look, there is a thought process, but on what grounds can you keep a Ravi Bishnoi out?
No grounds, actually. He was
Yeah,
unlucky
no
to miss
grounds,
out on a squad
definitely.
in the T20 World Cup also.
Yeah.
He was very unlucky. So,
See-
anyways,
No, there how was he? He was ahead of Chahal was picked.
Chahal was
Kuldeep.
picked off ahead of him. There was Kuldeep also, but then heading into the T20 World Cup there, Ravi Bishnoi was your highest ranked bowler.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that, but I think at that point it was fine too.
Yeah. So maybe we'll just spell the
See, maybe
11.
Harshit Rana or Mayank Yadav, one of them might get a debut definitely.
Yeah, definitely. There's going to be a debut tomorrow. That's for
That's
sure. At
for
least
sure.
one debut.
At least one debut.
Yeah.
Whether there'll be two, that'll be stretching it too far on that day in Gwalior. I don't think Nitish Reddy can make it because Hardik is playing. I
Either
don't-
Harshit or Mayank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no Arshdeep, Harshit Mayank to spearhead the attack. That will
No,
be
I
a
think-
left field selection.
See, that can be in a dead rubber if you win the first two T20s. That's a
maybe.
possible. So,
Maybe.
but we'll just spell the 11 out for you again. So, the
So-
openers are going to be Sanju Samson and Abhishek Sharma.
With Sanju the keeper.
Designated
Agreed.
keeper. At number 3 and number 4, you can interchange accordingly to the situation. Shivam Dubey and a Surya Kumar Yadav, who is obviously going to be your captain. Number 5, Hardik Pandya. Number 6, it's going to be Riyan Parag.
And 7, Rinku
Singh. Washington
Any,
Sundar.
these three are interchangeable.
Yeah, depending upon the
Yeah.
left or right batter you want to have at that situation. 8 is going to be Washington Sundar. 9, 10, 11 is Bishnoi, Harshit Rana / Mayank Yadav and Arshdeep Singh.
The only change I see here is that I see Varun Chakravarti playing in this
In
side.
place of Ravi Bishnoi.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it wouldn't be fair,
Yeah.
but I just feel that's going to
See, Varun Chakravarti might get a game.
Because see again, what do you, according to you guys, see again, do you think you'll get a Varun Chakravarti as a backup spinner? I don't see that happening.
See, the problem is if I remove either a Washington or a Bishnoi.
Washington, I don't think you'll remove.
Yeah, you need batting till 8. You got that.
Or maybe you have Riyan Parag, so you go for Varun Chakravarti in place of Washington, giving that off spin option.
That can happen. But okay, see, if Riyan Parag plays, but then again, you are batting inside 7, na?
So I think the team is okay with that. You saw that in the T20 World Cup also.
That can happen. That can happen. So maybe Chakravarti plays in place of a Washington Sundar.
Yeah, I think they
If
will
Parag
be-
plays at 7, then Sundar doesn't play.
Yeah, because I see Varun Chakravarti playing tomorrow.
So that is the way when I look at it. So,
Okay, okay.
So there is a bit of a thing, either Sundar / Chakravarti / Bishnoi.
Yeah.
I think Bishnoi starts. It will be a
Same. I
It will
think
be a toss up
Bishnoi is
between.
I think obvious selection.
Yeah, but then 2 leg spinners. I mean, Chakravarti is a mystery spinner, but Chakravarti operates well if there is pressure built on the other end. Why did he? Why was
Why
he
are
so
you
successful?
counting Ravi Bishnoi as a leg spinner?
He has a leg spinning action, but the ball comes back in. It's like the Kumble mold. Kumble
It's
also
like
was never a big turner on the
Rashid,
ball.
more like Rashid.
More like Rashid. So yep, that's batting is more or less sorted.
Yeah.
But I think the bowling, I would say Harshit Rana gets the nod because he was selected in the
Same.
squad earlier. I think he makes it.
Yeah.
And Mayank may have to wait. And Chakravarti in place of Washington. Now I start to look at it. Maybe it could happen. It could happen. So let us take a couple of super chats. Mayank Gupta is saying, do you guys also feel Harmanpreet Kaur is a mixture of Kohli and Babar attitude? In what sense is that? Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. But performance like Babar, she needs to go away. Wow, that's harsh, man. But yeah, I do understand.
See, Harmanpreet hasn't been consistent with the bat, something that we talked about
For
in
3-4
our
years at least.
last night's post-match of India versus New Zealand. But then I think it's just one game. If she goes on to score those important knocks in the next 2 games, then people are going to say something else.
I know, but then see, hold on to that thought, Mayank Gupta, because see, it's a well-known fact that she's not been consistent for the last 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
There's been patches of consistency, but apart from that, it's been a barren run. Okay, captaincy wise, also I do agree that yes, it is a problem. Now, India are staring at an exit potentially. If you don't beat Australia, now it's all boiled down to this: you have to beat Australia.
Yeah.
Because New Zealand can go through, Pakistan can go through, Australia can go through, Sri Lanka are all but out. India might join them. So if they don't win against Australia, they're done for.
True.
So, if that happens, if India don't make it to the knockouts and they don't win the T20 World Cup title, I think it's bye-bye Harmanpreet Kaur as captain.
Yeah, even I
You
agree
have
with
to look
this.
at a new crop, and I think Smriti Mandhana will step up.
So
into that
many
range.
similarities in the men's T20 World Cup in this
No,
one.
but there,
They're also a captain left.
there the candidate was actually forced out of captaincy.
Yeah.
No, anyways, I think, okay, that's
Here,
too
I
early.
don't think it will happen.
Yeah.
No, but there, okay, we'll talk about this off camera.
Mr. Shaker GTN from the US is saying, welcome back, Lord Sidvi. Thank you so
I'm
much.
fine with welcome back,
Rep,
Sidvi,
let
but
me
this
too.
Lord
Yeah.
thing, I don't
That's
understand.
only for Shardul Thakur. I can clearly
you
see
are-
anxiety over Mr. Gulati's face.
Ooh.
That
And
I
a sigh
agree.
of relief on Shashwat as if it's back to Sidvi, taming Sidji like always.
No, but I am very happy that you're
No,
back.
it's
Sidney. So you
good
could
fun,
clearly see that since morning on my face.
As I said, I didn't miss much. Yes, I did look at the test match which ended in 2.5 days, but then I've seen that even before also. Pakistan versus Australia, Melbourne 2016. Remember, 2 days were washed out because of that entirely.
Yeah.
Okay, Shashank Kadam has saying why ICC is not announced CT 2025 schedule, even though ICC team visited Pakistan.
See, first of all, they have given the Pakistan Cricket Board the required time to make sure that the stadiums are ready. And if that does not really happen in time, then it's, I think, going to be a last minute change. So I think Pakistan, they still have a lot of time.
There is nothing of that kind. There is the tensions with India that is going on.
Yeah, that's also the thing, obviously.
And I don't think until November you might see a schedule being announced.
Yeah.
I don't think so, unless something dramatic has happened. So, which is the one freaking awesome was saying India women's team should take the inspiration from the 1983 World Cup team. In the same year, India had played the highest number of tests, 18, but they still didn't win any. Still, they won the World Cup by beating mighty West Indies.
New Zealand hadn't won the New Zealand women's cricket team, they hadn't won a T20 in their last 10 appearances, on the bounce, and yet they defeated
They
India.
defeated them. So freaking awesome. See, we can't live in the 80s anymore. I mean, see, that team, but after you beat them once, you lost again.
Yeah.
And that is why, if you look at it, Indian women can't take inspiration from the 1983 World Cup team, but we will remember that. Maybe, who knows, the turnaround might happen now. But your fielding is not good.
True.
That is the problem. Priyanshu is saying, Sidvi, welcome back. Do you see New Zealand winning even a single test against India or 3-0? The most important thing in this T20 series is that Nitish
Yes.
Reddy, Mayank Yadav and Harshit Rana would become capped.
Or at
Second
least,
part of the
you know,
question,
or
yes.
at least 2 of the 3 would become capped.
Yeah.
At least.
As far as whether New Zealand are winning a test against India,
That's
no.
very tough.
I don't think
what happened in that Sri Lanka series, see, assuming New Zealand would have won that first test in which Rachin Ravindra really fought for them, then I would have said that, okay, they can probably give India a run for their money, but what's happened
It
now,
was a
I don't think
woeful
so.
capitulation. Woeful.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get worse, and because of that, their World Test Championship prospects are doomed.
Yeah.
They're not making it.
So for New Zealand, the scenario is that they have 6 matches remaining: 3 India, 3 England, and if they lose any one of them, they are eliminated.
Yeah, they're eliminated. It's as good as this New Zealand team isn't beating India in India. Let us be very honest about it. Better teams have come here. They have failed miserably. This New Zealand team might spring a surprise. I will say, the chances of them winning one test is about 7-8%. But winning a series, impossible.
Yeah.
They haven't won in India for 36 years.
True.
1988, Wankhede was, I think, Brabant, was the last time they had won. 1988. So much has changed, but I don't think they are winning at this point.
Sanket Jaikar has a question that why Sanju Samson is opening, can't we have a specialist opener in India?
Especially
See,
again, I
openers
think-
taking rest here.
No, yeah, Glenn, you have two already. You already have two specialist openers in Shubman Gill and Yashasvi Jaiswal, who clearly will be your first choice moving ahead. Then you also have a Sanju Samson as a backup wicketkeeper. When Rishabh Pant comes in, he's also backup opener. And you also have Abhishek Sharma, who's been scoring runs whenever he has gotten that opportunity. So 4 openers in that sense already. So I don't think you wanted to include a 5th one and sort of make it more complicated and make a khichdi out of the whole situation.
See,
So I'm fine with that.
If you look at Sanju, he has opened. Yes, in that warm-up game against Bangladesh also, he opened in the T20 World Cup, got out for a duck. That was a different thing altogether. But, well, you have to try Sanju. But as I said, in an ODI ICC year, he plays T20Is. And in a T20 World Cup year,
now he's a
ODIs.
World Cup winner. You cannot blame it on anyone.
No, I'm blaming Sanju's kismat.
No,
He
no,
plays.
now Kismat seriously is a World Cup winner now, should be said.
Of course he's a World Cup winner. Like how Sunil Walson was a World Cup winner in 1983. Yes,
how
he is.
Xavier Dhorty is a World Cup winner.
Xavier Doughty is a World Cup winner. But
Piyush
at least,
Chawla is a World Cup winner.
yeah, he's part of 2 World Cup titles, I guess. Piyush
Piyush Chawla.
Chawla.
No, I don't think 7 he was.
1-1-1. Oh yeah, he was injured, but yeah.
So
he did
he-
not play any match. Was a part of the 15, but did
Yeah,
not play any match.
But yeah, so still he's
With Vivekanand is saying, will they open with Washington?
That's a
Has
good,
happened.
that's a good idea, but I don't think that's happening. Because if either of your openers, Abhishek or Sanju, get injured, obviously, then you'll probably be looking for a last minute replacement if you have the cushion of a few hours or maybe a cushion of 24 hours. But if that's not really the case, then expect a Washington Sundar to open. Possible.
It's a good option, but I think they may want to go with a settled lineup. I don't think, like how Vivekanand saying, will they open with Washington, like how Narayan opens for KKR.
No.
It's risky in an international
And
scenario.
he's not that sort of a batter either.
Yeah.
Washington. Because he's more technical, he's more that sort, he's more of a
He can wield the long handle, but
he's
not that
not
consistent.
a pinch hitter in that sense.
Sachin Kashyap, should I go with Mayank because of extra pace? Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
could
Be an
happen.
option.
Could happen.
Which is why we added Harshit / Mayank. But if I have to look at it, I will go with Harshit. Rana.
Same, Harshit, yeah.
Fifth
Because
one.
of his batting too. Yeah.
Decentish bat, yeah. Okay, Kuldeep Shivran. You guys busy with this T20 series against Bangladesh? Talk about Rohit legacy in test which he created according to... Okay, Kuldeep Shivran. We'll do that when the time
We
comes.
did talk about this after that test.
You did. But I have got my own this thing that yes, it was great, it was commendable, but it wasn't earth-shattering. Because it came against a team that was expected to capitulate. It's happened in Pakistan. Remember, Bangladesh need to survive one session against Pakistan in 2021, but they fell. I think it was a off spinner who took 8 wickets. He bundled them out.
Yeah.
So, Bangladesh capitulation is really like guaranteed in this time. Vaibhav Taragi, yesterday was Spidey's birthday. Yes, it was Rishabh Pant's birthday yesterday. Can you guys tell your memories of famous Gaba win? Where were you all when the history was making? I'll start with myself.
Yeah,
I was
please.
I was like commentating on the live blog with a different organization that I was there. I mean, I was like wondering, this was the first time I thought it would be 50-50. But when Pant started and when I saw that the Aussies just were running out of ideas, I thought, wow, history is going to be created. And history was created when he drove Josh Hazelwood down to the long off boundary. Gaba ka gaman toot gaya after 30 plus years.
I mean, Navdeep Saini was running with a hamstring.
Yeah, and I wrote an article which gained a lot of traction. RIP Australian cricket, 30 years of dominance or 15 years of dominance, whenever you want to start, officially comes to an end. And it went on the site for 5-6 days, it was stopping there. So that's my favorite memory. It happened at that point.
Yours?
I was at home, I was watching it, I was glued to the television all throughout that series. And not just that, I don't know why, because of some reason, since the previous day only, I was very confident about India winning that game, because how that series had turned out before the last day also, there were many miracles that had already taken place. Be it that Sydney test, if I'm not wrong, where Ashwin
Sydney.
and Hanuma Vihari
Where
pulled that.
Spidey scored 97.
Yeah, where Hanuma Vihari or Ashwin pulled that
42 overs they batted together.
So when I knew that it's a string of, it's a dream run going on, and I knew that it's going to end on a high, and I was very confident about how the things are going to turn out, and this history was created.
You see, I already had my thing. I mean, I relived Gaba on June 29, 2024, because it was such a momentous occasion. I mean, we all partied hard and worked even harder.
Yeah, you partied really hard, Sydney.
That's why people think that I don't like India. I don't like Indian cricket team success. That is wrong.
No. You guys should have seen how this man sitting over here partied.
I partied like never before. And see, I don't want to say it on camera. That is my only thing. I don't want to say it on camera, but I want to just say that if I tell the truth, I'm not ashamed of telling the truth.
Yeah,
If it's bad, it's bad. If it's wrong, it's wrong. As simple as that. So,
I had like good.
What was your
I
favorite
had good
memory?
memories of that day. So I was completing my masters at that time. Was doing that, and I was also doing a project on a freelance basis with a different sports company. So like after day 4, I just knew it that I have to leave everything on Monday. I bunked my classes. I did leave the work also, to Tuesday, and watched the match.
Yep.
Yeah.
GGK, this will be the series of Sanju. God save Bangladesh bowlers. Pant is not good in T20. Well, Pant is a World Cup winner, my friend. And his injury was the turning point.
Yeah.
Injury time.
Yes, that was the turning point. Something that Sanju could not have done.
Yeah.
Vivek Anand, we'll take last couple of comments. Tanush Kotian, Saransh Jain and Manav Suttar have great performance in the domestic. Are they the replacements for Ash and Jaddu in the long term?
I think we are forgetting Sai Kishore here.
Ravi Srinivas, Sai Kishore here.
And also Saurav Kumar.
Yeah, there are lots. Now, will they step up? I don't know. Wait, only time.
Yeah.
So, Fit Monk, do you think Kiwis can produce some fight in upcoming test series against Sri Lanka? They were
Not really sure.
No. They are not going to put
It's
up
going to
a
be a
fight.
surprise if that happens. Obviously, there is
Hope they
a possibility.
surprise, but I don't see with this team, they have lost a captain. Tim Saudi is
And
no
that,
longer...
that ex-captain might not even play all the 3 matches because he'll not be assured of a place. Now, see, even before he,
why
he dropped himself as the captain. Like even before he exited as the captain, he said that coming into the New Zealand tour, Sri Lanka tour, that my place in the side is not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Because, here you would want to load your 11 with spinners.
Exactly. But again, Pune, Bengaluru and Mumbai, I don't think they will dish out those rank turners anymore.
Yeah.
See, they'll have a Willow Rourke. I think Saudi might be part of it.
Willow Rourke and Matt Henry.
Matt
maybe.
Henry.
Yeah.
Henry, but again, Henry's not going to perform. So,
Or unless you want to play four spinners.
Oh, in Santner, Ejaz, Glenn Phillips. Who's the fourth?
Maybe Sodhi. They are yet to announce the squad.
No, they haven't announced the squad yet. So that's
unless they are going to carry forward with the squad that played in Bangladesh. In Sri Lanka.
Then they are done for then in that case. So yes, white ball cricket starts from tomorrow.
And Rachin is also a spinner.
Rachin, yes. Left arm orthodox. So yes, white ball action begins from tomorrow. India versus Bangladesh. We are taking a short break from red ball cricket. So Irani trophy is done. India, Bangladesh is done. Test series. We now have a short interlude of a white ball series. 6th, 9th, 12th are the 3 dates for the T20I series. After that, you'll have India, New Zealand, which is a red ball series. So we in Sports Today will bringing you all the information that is going on in the sporting world, be it chess, be it other sports, be it shooting, be it cricket. We will bring you all that. So from me, Shashwat, and Sid Gulati here along with Shivam. It's bye-bye, Nandri, Vanakkam, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair. Eat your vegetables and
Don't trouble your mother.
that's what you were missing all these days. Yes, bye-bye.
And buy a new phone.
Yeah.